Okay, so you should have already finished the product rule, and you've worked in your partner to come up with your partner, to come up with the answers to 1 through 3 in this section. Filled out the box and did that. So if you notice up here, they've written 6 9 different times, and they've written 6 4 different times. Then they canceled out. 6 divided by 6, those turn into 1s. 6 divided by 6, 1, 1, 1, okay? So then they ended up with 5 different 6's here, so it's 6 to the 5th power. We're going to be doing the exact same thing on this, but we're going to do 100. So 100 written 3 times on top and 2 times on bottom. Now, in the same fashion they did up here, we'll rewrite it so that we can then cancel things out. And when I go to cancel this out, this 100 cancels with this one, turns into 1s. This 100 cancels with this 100. So what am I left over with right here? I'm left over with 100. So it is 100 to the 1st power. Now we don't actually write it as 100 to the 1st power, we just write 100. Now down below here, it says that it's t to the 15th. So I have to write out 15 t's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, you don't actually have to write multiplication symbols when you have variables, because t sitting next to a t is automatically understood that it's going to be t squared. So here I cancel again. I'm not rewriting this time. Cancel, cancel. I don't have to keep saying the word cancel. Now when I mean cancel, that means t divided by itself. Each one of these times is a 1. Now, do I necessarily have to write this 1 every single time? No, but I'm doing it for your benefit so you understand that t divided by itself comes out to 1. Now, what did I end up with? I ended up with t times t times t times t. And in the long run, over here, I have t to the 4th power. Now, again, it says the same thing that it did in the product rule one. Look at the table above and compare the 1st and the 3rd columns. Describe in words the relationship that you would see between them. So, again, the first thing that I see is the bases stay the same. 6, 6, 100, 100, t, t. The bases never changed. Now the exponents did change. So let's look at the exponents for a second. What happened? I had a 9 and a 4 and it became 5, a 3 and a 2 and it became 1, a 15 and 11 and it became 4. Didn't they subtract the exponents? So the exponents were subtracted. So you should have already written all this down, or you can just pause the video. So what is your observation? We just said that we subtracted the exponents. Well, our exponents here are m and n, so we're going to subtract m and n. Okay, so it says to write 16 7 times. So 16 times 16 I don't think I need to write or say it each time. 6, 7, and then I have 1, 2, 3. Now this time I do have to have the multiplication symbol because these are numbers, so it would, instead of being 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, it actually has to be 16 times. So cancels, cancels, cancels. So what do I end up with? I end up with 16 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I showed my work, I would have 7 and I would subtract 3. Oh, we didn't change colors, so let's change colors real quick. There we go, so that it stands out. When I do that, should I get the same answer? I should. I should get 16 to the 4th power, and I did. Now, this one's a lot of writing on this one, and you're going to get to the point where you don't really want to write all this stuff out, and I understand that. But until you learn how to do this, that's how it's going to be. Hopefully you remember that this is over 1. So this is really saying w to the 25th power over w to the 10th power. And I'm actually going to write this one underneath so that I have a little bit more room. So oh, I'm going to go over here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, this is exactly why you don't want to have to do this, but until you guys learn how, you need to do this. Okay, so now I'm going to cross those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 cross out. So I am left with w to the 10th power. Or I could have written it as w to the 25 minus 10. And amazingly, I would have come up with the same answer of w to the 10th. Now this last one, I'm going to have to do on a separate sheet of paper. So you can turn yours over to the back, or hopefully you've already done the problem. So I have 4 to the 3rd times 4 to the 7th all over 4 to the 5th. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to move it up just a tad. So I have 4 to the 3rd, so I'm going to write that 3 times. Then I have 4 to the 7th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And make sure that you have the multiplication symbols in between them. Now you can do like I did and wait until the last second and then put them there, that's fine. And then we have 5 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I cross them out. What am I left over with? I have 4 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Now, just like I said before, you could have taken the 4, and I have to do what's on top first. So that would have been 3 plus 7 over 4 to the 5th. We haven't done anything with that yet. So then I have 4 to the 10th over 4 to the 5th, and then I would subtract those. So I would have 4 to the 10 minus 5 and get the same answer of 4 to the 5th. So I hope that helps with this part. Please go ahead and start your work.